This is verse 19 of the 16th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus has just responded to Peter, who gave the good confession, "You're the Christ, the Son of the living God," telling him that flesh and blood didn't reveal that to him, but the Father who is in heaven. He renders his name as Peter, and that's connected to Petros, to Petra. That's the preceding verse. And now we have this further benefit, privilege, authority that's extended to Peter, and Peter in particular here. You'll notice the singular pronouns involved. So we have doso. It's from didomi, I give. This is the first person singular future active indicative, so I will give. Soy, to you, singular, of course, the second person pronoun. In the dative, tos kledos, the keys, klais is the word for keys. This is the accusative plural, feminine. I will give to you the keys, tes basileos, of the kingdom. In the genitive, ton urinon, of the heavens. So I give to you the keys of the kingdom, kai, and ho eon, relative pronoun, ho, the, or whatever, is the idea, with ean, which takes the subjunctive, and that's what we have here. So deses, from deo or deo, means to bind. This is the second person singular, aorist active subjunctive, so whatever you bind. Epi, preposition with the genitive, tes geis, upon the earth or upon the land. Este, this is the future, third person singular, future active indicative of ami, I am. It will be bound. Dedemenon. This is the perfect, you might render it stand bound. It means it becomes an official act recognized in heaven. It's the same verb as here. It's dao, but this is the perfect passive participle, so it will be bound or stand bound in tois, orinois, in the heavens. Dative of this noun. Kai, connective, ho, this is again the relative pronoun, ean, if, whatever. Luces, from luo, I loose, this is again the second person singular, aorist active subjunctive, whatever you loose, epi, tes, geis, upon the earth. Este will be lelumenon, again the perfect of the participle, will stand loosed in tois orinois, in the heavens. Remarkable promise that's given to Peter here in particular. Of course, the same language virtually is used with respect to the wider church, so it's not going to remain exclusively the possession of Peter. But it is true that Peter is, of course, thrust into a prominent role. We see that documented in the book of Acts. He's the one who preaches on the day of Pentecost. He gives a similar kind of sermon in the third chapter, healing the lame man. As John and Peter were heading into the temple, we have the interaction with Ananias and Sapphira that we find in chapter 5. His dealings with Simon Magus in chapter 8. The sermon to Cornelius and his family in chapter 10. All of those, of course, focus on Peter, and in each case he is, in a sense, opening the door or closing the door, as the case may be, to the kingdom of heaven. And so we see that what's being done here, of course, it doesn't represent absolute independent judgment on Peter's part, but it certainly represents the, in a sense, human instrumentality by which these great events are taking place.